This is
the Handbag Husband.
the Handbag Husband.
International.
Yay! International.
Special
Hermès
edition.
Capade. Special edition. So this is a video that we didn't anticipate making because we thought the timing wasn't right and it wasn't gonna work out. And if you saw our previous video from this trip where we talked about why we decided to turn down an SO, well, this time around, we got offered another SO. And this time, we actually took it. And I think we knocked it out of the park. I think it's gonna be so, so beautiful. So we're gonna talk about kind of the process, the procedure, the bag that we actually put in as far as the SO, the limitations, and why we decided this time around to actually put the bag in. Now, before we get to it, if you like these videos, if you like the Hermes conversation, if you like the Hermes milieu, if you like the bag candy, and this one's a very special bag candy, if you like the Hermes Capades, don't forget to like and subscribe because it does really help the channel grow. And of course, we are so, so, so thankful for that.
Grazie mille.
Grazie mille. But also because it means you get notified when our newest long videos come out, when our newest short videos come out, and all the stuff we have on the socials at Handbag Husband on YouTube and Instagram. And also we're gonna be doing all of your comments and stuff that you do put down. We're gonna be responding to them on our shorts and on our YouTube and on our Instagram because it's, you know, the thumbs up and the heart are good, but I think we can do a little bit more. All right, so let's get down to talking about our special order bag. Oh, it's so beautiful.
How are we doing?
Better in a second. All right, so as you can guess by now, we put in an SO later in the trip because again, we had the video before where we said, oh,
We just did a video. We just did a video
like,
earlier.
nah, we're gonna do that. But given the opportunity, we decided to do it. So I don't know why did you decide to do it this time?
So let's kind of like previously on
yes.
a little bit. So that video we were saying last time, we kind of like candidly asked the SA, like, hey, like, is there any chance of us putting it? So yeah, you can put it in. And
Last time. Yeah.
Last time. And in my head, I was like, oh, box Birkin exotic. That's what's in my head.
This is an opportunity to actually get our hands on
Yes,
something
correct.
like that. Yeah.
But obviously SA, because since we're not like the VIP,
Yeah.
so there's okay, no exotic, no box, no Birkin, so okay. But the SA said you can do a normal, like, you know, 2 color. But since it was so spontaneous, I didn't do my homework. I didn't think that we could offer.
You didn't feel prepared to put it in
Yes,
an SO
so I feel
at
like,
the time.
okay, you know what? Let's not do it. I'm not ready. Let's just not.
Yeah.
And then if you want more details, go watch that video.
Yeah, go watch the video. Yeah.
And I said, okay, it's fine. And then we kind of like did our homework a little bit. I said, you know what, I'm going to do my homework. If the opportunity comes again, I know I'll be ready. Right?
Yeah, you don't want to be caught off guard.
Correct.
Yeah.
And this time, we thought that the time frame is already over because they opened and closed.
Yeah, because it seems like seasonal, right? They have like kind of open windows of when you can do it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So when we met with the SA, I was like, hey, I know that the SO period, the SO time frame is probably already done, but I would be interested in put in next year. So want to let you know, hey, next round comes, I'd be interested in. And it's just like, no, it's not.
So, yeah,
it's not.
You can do it right now.
It's not close.
Yeah.
I was like, you can do it right now? It's like, yeah, you can do it right now.
But the thing is, I cannot emphasize enough the nonchalantness of the SA. They weren't like, oh, this is a special thing just for whatever special. They were like, yeah, sure, yeah, why not? If you want to do it, let's do it.
And the good thing was I have the picture, you know, I actually like saved the picture.
Yeah.
Because I want to give the SA an idea of this is what I was looking for. Obviously, I was not expecting for like this exotic. I wasn't looking for a Birkin box, whatever was out. Okay, I know what league I'm in.
Yeah.
Basically, and yeah, I was like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, and so I think what I thought was very, very interesting is obviously the fact that you were willing to accept it. I know we had discussion before, but again, these things oftentimes catch us completely by surprise, right? Because we had already like lifted our own mental barriers as to why it wasn't available. And again, yet another great reason why you should just shoot your shot, right?
Because
I don't know how many times.
This is what's not bought at the time. It was not offered to us.
Yes.
It was us asking.
Yeah, it was available to us. We just didn't know.
Yes.
And the essay would not have mentioned it either.
Correct.
Right? They would not have outrightly been like, is this something you want?
Yes, correct.
So, there are situations where, especially many of you out there, you might actually be in a situation where you could get an SO. You just got to ask for it.
Yes.
Yeah, you just got to ask for it.
Always ask.
So I think the other thing that I found like more of a nuance to it is that we had a general idea of what you could and couldn't do.
Correct.
Right? About, you can't have box Brania, heritage leather, or exotic. And the other thing that I thought was strange when we were going through the process of looking at the bag specifics, and we'll get into the bag specifics that we built in and what we put in, was kind of the guardrails that they have at our level of SO. Essentially, because they're like at different sizes, it affects which leathers you could use. Because I don't know, you think, I'll just take my favorite leathers and my favorite colors and put them all together. No. Hermes definitely doesn't want you to have full access to everything to make,
avant-garde.
Avant-garde is the polite way of saying what those bags can turn out to be. So
that was one of my concerns last time. I was like, because most of the bag I've seen, I was like, I don't like them.
Yeah, they look too personalized.
Yeah, so that's why for the first time we got offered, or I asked for it and got okay. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait. Let me do my own homework, think about it, zoom in, zoom out of the people. And then,
zoom in, zoom out, zoom in,
yes,
out.
Correct, yeah.
So I guess another point of this is, what is the value of an SO? Actually getting up to the point and taking the leap, it kind of revealed to us what is that actual value of the SO, aside from just being super personalized, yes, of course. And of course, it's only personalized within reason, because they they only give you reasonable color schemes and designs to do it. I don't know, what was the value of the SO? What makes it special to you?
Two things that like stick out the most to me is like almost like a checkbox. The save point if you play games.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Like if you die, you can go back to that one spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another one is, you know how much I hate surprises?
Yes.
Oh my God. Like, I cry when you try to surprise me.
Yeah, I don't do that.
So that didn't go well.
Yeah.
When you put on a wish list, you kind of give them kind of realm of acceptable. And sometimes combos might not come out the way that you want exactly, but it's still in the checkbox that in the realm of you get there's the wish list.
Yes.
But this one, it will come out exactly of how I order it.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So I know it's not like a surprise. Oh, this is what it's gonna look like exactly. So I do love that. There will be no surprises.
Also, the essay had kind of allayed some of our concerns about how getting a special order might or may not affect our wish list. And although they didn't get into the deep detail about what the calculation is, I think they probably wanted to avoid that. They were like, in this build-up that we have, it's not going to affect your wish list, it's not going to affect my wish list, or the potentiality of some of the other bags that we want that are normally produced, maybe not in the biggest numbers, but are eventually available. So that was a big relief for us as well.
I think it's probably more because SO might count as one of the quota per year. If you can get only 2 per bag, then you only get like 1 normal quota and 1 SO per year. That's my assumption. I don't know. I'm not sure though about that.
I mean, for me, I think one of the things I love most about the special order is one, that it is within the guardrails. I think that is important. That if I had the option to choose to bag out, and they said the world is your oyster, you have carte blanche to choose whatever you want, my bag would be so ugly. It'd be like lizards and crocodiles. It'd look like a jungle inside.
One strap would be
2 straps.
No, one strap would be one strap would be another.
Like I want to add extra straps to this one, and maybe more buckles. More buckles. Right, just all the buckles. So at different metal, it would go off the rails.
But it's more of like
very quickly.
I don't like surprises, and then, it's like a checkpoints for us.
No, but one of the things, what I think about this specific one is that you're able to make a bag that resembles, and it stays within the design language of Hermes, but it's just a little off, right? It's just a little off.
It's very little off.
And unless
I'm not like super like artistic person.
That's not true. You're very artistic.
So I think I'm pretty satisfied for what I chose.
Yeah, and it means you can add like almost like a little accents to it that only you really would notice
I think so.
as making it special, right? Yeah. I think a lot of people will be like, oh, that's cool. Where did you get that? I've never seen that one. And you'd be like, oh yeah, you haven't ever seen this one, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the design of the bag, right? All right, so with all that being said, let's talk about the bag that you designed. So, yeah.
Let's when I did my homework, and I look at the website and then started to set the pictures. And at first, I wanted something Epsom 32. I was like, firm Epsom 32, black and red, could be like black on the body, and then the strap is red, or like red on the body, the strap is black. That's the first picture I showed to the essay. So yeah, we can do that. But then turns out that for the 32, the color that they have for black, obviously Nor is Nor. They're gonna have Nor every season, every SO open. Sorry, like every SO round.
Every season or whatever they have for it,
But the red that's available for the 32 in Epsom is Rose Cillier, which is the same as my Birkin 35.
Yeah, it's almost like a brownie.
And then when I did a side by side with the black, it was too like.
They were too close to each other.
Yeah. It didn't
there wasn't
look
enough
nice.
contrast.
Because at first, like, when as I go and grab the iPad to put in an order, I was like, burgundy. This.
Yeah.
Was it burgundy or Bordeaux?
No, it's Bordeaux.
It's Bordeaux.
Bordeaux.
And I was like, no, Bordeaux is not available on that size. Yeah. So, okay, now what are the options? So we have to dump down the size to the 28.
Yeah.
Which is not the most ideal because we are big bag people.
That's correct. But
28 is still in the realm of okay.
It's not a big bag.
Huh?
It's not a big bag.
It's not. But I think 28 will be the smallest I would go, right?
But it opens up some options.
Yes.
Which was part of the reason why part of the reason why we were willing to accept getting down to the 28, because it kind of widened the leather selection and the color selections that we could get.
Yes. Yeah. So 28, we decided on Rouge Arc. How do you pronounce it? Arch.
Yeah, Rouge H.
So basically Rouge H and brick color. At first I was gonna go with black, and then we kind of like play around and kind of like search on the color index card in the box. And I was like, what about this one?
Yeah.
And we did combo. You know what? It comes out looking pretty nicely. And then in chef, gold leather.
It felt very much like on the dude side, like when you get to, and I have not, but maybe eventually, we'll see.
Like is if you custom Ferraris. Duh.
You can't read my mind. That's not okay, man. It does feel very much like the customized Ferrari. We sit down, you should stitching and the leather and the, all that kind of stuff. The badging.
Because at first I was still kind of like worried about, hey, like Epsom versus chef, and we kind of asked the SA to kind of validate it. Yeah. And she was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it was nice because we were really vacillating back and forth because we have.
I know Epsom.
We know Epsom.
I don't know chef, so.
I mean, we have some chef experience on our resume, right? From the inside of the bags. Most of our bags have chef on the inside. And if you've seen the video, you've seen me sticking my hands in the bag a lot. I like the feeling of the stuff on the inside. So I and also as a person who really seems to be wanting to collect as much of the different varieties of leathers that I can, I was like, a leather a chef opportunity would be quite nice. Yeah.
It's more because of like when I was planning, it was like, okay, Epsom. I need to change my mind at the very last minute. So it was kind of like, okay, what did I do? But I think we made the right decision.
I think they're both right decisions.
Have a chef bag. Yeah.
I mean, I think that there was no wrong decision. It's just one or the other, right?
Sure.
They're both good. I don't think there was either one. I think one of the reasons why I had leaned towards the chef side also is because it's Chevy, but also because it opened up the color options as well.
Sure.
Right? The way the Chev takes some of that color does look better than I think Epsom in some ways, and also they had different colors that you could get under the Chev at 28 that you couldn't get at a larger size bag at Epsom. So.
Sure, sure.
Oh, one of the things that, the other thing that I like most about this bag is something that we had not really thought about before, and maybe we had noticed it and never noticed it, or seen it but never noticed it. Is that there is quite a large variety of metal hardware. Because in person, we've seen the black one, which is super cool, the PVC or PCV or whatever it is. We've seen, obviously, palladium. We've seen gold. And have you seen rose gold in person?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they
that one's pretty rare.
Yeah. And then also they have like other just like metal colored, right? Not palladium, but like metal. But it turns out that when you do the special order, you have a couple of additional metallic options. One, which is I was partial to because of the fact that I love champagne, which was the champagne gold. But the problem is it's so pale, right?
Yeah,
it's so champagne-y that you could easily be mistaken as palladium, and it doesn't play as well, especially against, at least in the mock-up of the design of the bag that we had. And we had the other options available. One option was not available. What was the one that was not? We couldn't get? The rose gold we could not get.
I think rose gold only available in Constant. I think that's. I didn't catch it, but I think it was.
Do we have any rose gold? We don't have any rose.
No, we do not. It came out not long ago, I think. Yeah.
But the two ones that I was most intrigued in, because it turns out they're really only available under their special order, was both a palladium and gold in brushed.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not shiny, but it's like a brushed, matte kind of a finish to it. And
we were contemplating just like a normal gold or the
brushed.
Because
the gold.
And then I was like, this you can only get this with the special orders. Okay, then let's get the brush.
Yeah, because this is our first special orders. We're like, you know what? Let's make it special, right? Yeah. So we decided to go with the brushed gold on it. And
it's normal stitching, by the way. I'm like,
not crazy stitching. The contrasting stitching is a move, but it's not something that we thought we'd do on this one. So basically, the total build out is
Kelly 28 Serie, Rouge Arc, and brick, and a normal stitching, and a brush gold.
And it looks great. It looks great in the build out, and I'll put a picture up of like the design, kind of what the design is. I hope it's not like when you interior design something and the house looks great in the interior design picture, and then you see it in person, you're like, that's nice, but where's the sunset in the background, kind of thing, you know? But yeah, so that is the build out that we have, and I'm just really excited to see it. And I guess let's talk a little bit about the process, right? The procedure and what the expectations are when we get the bag. Because I think another thing that was illuminated to us in this situation is that, look, I've seen lots of the SO content on YouTube and on Instagram, and they're like, it was amazing, like they came down from the skies and they pop in champagne. They had the back equivalent of a gender reveal party for their SO. And the actuality of it, at least for us, and maybe other essays do that, and maybe other things work out that way, is that it almost seemed very procedural, right, for us. It felt like, we were on the Cursus Sonorum, as we are here in the forum, for all the folks thinking about Rome at least once a day. We were on the Cursus Sonorum, and it just kind of was time for it, right? It almost felt like graduating from your undergraduate degree, where you do the units, you do the classes, and you just check the boxes, and now you get your degree, right?
Yeah. So just...
Because the essay wasn't like, the essay was like,
sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? Yeah, if you want to do it, let's do it.
The essay basically like, let me go grab the iPad.
Yeah. You just had to update it too. I hate that.
No. Okay. So let me go get the iPad, and I took the picture of you. I look at the time, and then from that time to I got the email confirmation of my spec. It was exact 17 minutes.
Yeah, it took the essay longer to find the iPad and to charge it. And
it was updating.
And to get it updated, because, it is Italy. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying.
I know some people was doing the old school, like the paper one.
Oh.
Yeah, but
I never
this
seen
is
that.
iPad, like super quick.
But it took them longer to get the iPad fired up. than it took for us
Yes.
to make a decision about the design on it.
Correct,
So,
correct.
yeah, I thought the experience overall was cool, but it was not what I expected. You know, champagne from the skies, like
Which I
you get,
appreciate,
and I
I
like
guess,
that. That's our
yeah.
style,
Yeah,
right? That's
like,
definitely our style. We don't
let's
need.
keep it rolling.
Yeah, we don't need. Yeah, let's keep this moving, right?
Yeah.
We got stuff to do. So I think that was. It was a very different feeling than I expected to get. I think. Oh, you know what it feels like? It feels like when you do the marriage certificate in the city council office versus when you actually do the wedding.
Yeah, that's what we
right?
did. We
Yeah,
did
we did both.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one's like, all right, check,
Super quick,
now
15
you guys
minutes.
are married. The other
And
one's
then
like,
the
oh,
wedding,
you know, I
wedding.
love, I do, etc.
Lots of pictures
etc.
and like
Pictures,
that.
and the dip, and so on and so forth. But yeah, so I think that maybe it comes down to your relationship with your SA and the SA that you have, or maybe people are hyping it unnecessarily. I don't know, right? Also, which would you prefer? We prefer this matter of fact kind of thing.
We just
yeah.
want like, you know,
Yeah.
like once in a while, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, our
Probably
SA has dispensed with all the formalities at this point, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you know, you don't need the like we don't need the water, we don't need the coffee, we don't need the snacks.
Let's get
Let's
going.
let's talk turkey, right? Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was very interesting, and I'd be curious if that's an experience for those of you who have had an SO experience, if that's the experience you had, and also for those of you who are looking to get an SO experience. Is that what you want, right? Or were you on our side more and say, hey, you know what? Let's talk business, right? Rather than kind of fluff each other up a little bit. And lastly, of course, just time frame, right? When are we expecting to have the bag in hand? And is actually not nearly as long as I thought it would have been. I was expecting 2 years, maybe 3 years, maybe forever. I don't know how long it
We
takes.
should be getting the bag, I mean, hopefully by the end of, before the end, like by
2025.
Yeah,
2025,
So next year,
yeah. So the essay had said between 8 and 12 months.
So we'll
Right.
see.
And
on
so we'll
that.
see. And that gives me just enough time for me to hopefully get some of those other bags that we had talked to our essay about and had kind of given me hopefully realistic hope, so much hopeful about some of the Kelly Voyages, the Hack Birkins and things like that. So maybe it'll all come together kind of in the same region and just kind of nicely fit together with the SO as well. So we got our fingers crossed, we got the hopes for that, and when they let us know that it comes in, of course, we're gonna share that with you about picking it up and that overall experience and what it's like to actually see it in person. The first glance, right? Or the first look, is that what it's called for weddings?
Yeah, first look.
Yeah, the first look. So that is our SO experience. And again, I'd love to hear what your experiences are, or if you are hoping to one day have an SO.
Ask for it.
Yes,
Try.
ask
Just
for it. Pro
always,
tip, just always ask. Even if it's your first or second time, be like, worst they can say is no, right? The worst that they can
But
say
at
is
least
no.
keep them
Yeah.
kind of like, hey,
Yeah.
this person would want
Yeah.
to put in, right?
Yeah, or at least it gives them it telegraphs what your intentions are to them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, often more often than not, I find that the Hermes essays they won't open the doors to you, but if you
Sometimes
can.
it juggles too many things.
Yeah, and maybe, but if you can give them an idea what you want, they will try to fit you within,
I believe so.
match you up. They'll play matchmaker with the objects that they have on
sure,
the
yeah.
internal side. So yeah, that's our experience with it. I'd love to hear what your experience with the SO is, or what your hope would be for the SO, or even what bags you're looking for. I'm super curious what other people choose. Yeah. That's our SO. Put it down in the comments. Again, we're going to do shorts answering all your comments. Of course, you're going to get the thumbs up and a heart, but also for the ones that might take a little more insight, that we want to put a little more kind of insight into, we're going to do those on the YouTubes, on the shorts, and on the Instagrams. Now, of course, if you do like these videos, if you like the Hermes conversation, if you like the Hermes milieu, if you like the back candy, and if you like the Hermes Cape, don't forget to like and subscribe because it does really help the channel grow. And of course, we are so thankful for that.
Grazie mille.
Grazie mille. But also because it means you get notified when our newest long videos come out, our newest short videos come out, and all the stuff we have on the socials at Handbag Husband on YouTube and Instagram, because we're going to be answering the comments and the best we can on there as well, and the most that we can, not all, but the most that we can. So with that, from the Roman Forum, a very tired, a very happy, and a very special, special Handbag Husband. Ciao.